a scrimmage. I really challenged our offense and defensive staff in this practice and really for the rest of the camp. One of the things that we truly got to focus on is improving our twos. I think right now we're in a pretty good situation with our ones. We really need to enhance our twos and lift them up, and you're going to see some more reps with those twos. I thought the young wideouts did a very, very nice job today making some plays offensively. It was probably our best practice of spring thus far, especially at the receiver position. I thought the kids made some really, really nice plays. It's also a time for us to get into our situational football. You know, we've gotten 6 practices in, this is number 7, and now we're getting ready to go into some situations. You saw us in a 2-minute drive there. We'll be working some 4-minute and some special situations as we work towards the next scrimmage. Injury-wise, you know, we held Cam out, had a little bit of a stiff neck coming out of the scrimmage. We got Ronald Jones with a big toe injury, Keyshawn Young with a groin, and Tyler Petit with a shoulder. Those 3 tried to go today, just didn't happen for them, so we pulled them, and then Cam will be out. We'll see how long that goes. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
The other day you said you felt offensively you were behind at this point. What specifically do you feel is behind?
I said that the defense is ahead of the offense. I don't necessarily say the offense is behind where they're doing, but that's normally where an offense, as you go through the early parts of training camp, defensively, especially when you look up and you have 8 of 11 starters that are coming back in a second year in a system, you expect it to be a little bit ahead of the offense, especially from the skills positions. I was really proud offensively today, like I said, of the young wide receivers. The light kind of clicked on for them today, both in the 2-minute situation and in some team segments that we had. So I think as our young skill grows, Scott, I think the offense will start to surge, and today was that first step.
Tyler Vaughn's looks like he's starting to come on a little bit.
Yeah, you know, Tyler, when we went back and watched the film, he's somebody I didn't mention it on Saturday, but when you went back and watched the film, he really stepped up and made some nice plays, and then made some nice ones again today. A nice red zone catch for a touchdown in our 7-on-7 period in our tight red zone work. So, you know, between him, Michael Pittman, Velus Jones, Josh Amortabebe, we'll only go as far as those guys carry us. You know, I think that when you look at having a Deontay, having a Daniel, having those tight ends that I think Sam's very comfortable with, it's going to be really the chemistry with these young wideouts is going to really carry us how far we can go.
Is there some different coaching going on? Last year Sam was the rookie and you had the veteran wide receiver. He's the veteran, and the wide receivers kind of got to get caught up to him.
Yeah.
You have to coach him up a little
Well,
bit?
I think a little bit of it's him getting used to them, you know, and you could start to see a little bit of that chemistry between him and 23, him and Velus. They've really done a nice job, especially over the last 3 practices, producing some explosion plays. But it was good also to see today, you know, on a 4th down and a 2-minute drive, to him to locate Michael Pittman and hit it with great anticipation and know where he's going to be. That was a great sight to see. And then he made some nice red zone plays to Tyler today. So that chemistry, I think it's not there yet, but it is developing, and it seems to be getting better each and every day. But the one thing I will say, Dan, that I like what he's doing, I mentioned on Saturday, he's really playing against the defense rather than gluing in on one particular guy. You know, usually you get a little bit nervous that he would always look for Deontay or always look for Daniel, and he's really mixing the ball around nice. He did that again today.
You got a timetable on Dominic Amos?
Yeah, you know, he'll be back out Thursday and Saturday. He's getting caught up with some academic work, as well as getting through that concussion protocol. He's basically clear from that. He finished up some academics today. We're expecting to have him both Thursday and Saturday. So need him out here. We're a little short-handed running back wise with Rojo and Said being out.
How did he get that concussion?
He got the concussion off field. It wasn't even on campus.
How are the new guys doing with the playbook?
Say that one more time.
How are the new players doing with the playbook?
New players are doing well. He is, I think one of the things that's happening that I enjoy seeing is some of the guys that haven't got a ton of reps, like a John Houston stepping in. He's been playing behind. He's been playing behind. Some veteran players. His opportunity, and he stepped up and done it. Jordan Iosefa today stepping in for Cam, and really, not a lot of change there, a lot of production. So they're doing well. They're doing well. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but we're getting better each and every day.
What's the thinking with the switch with Humphrey and Brown?
We're really trying to find the best combination right now. We had made that plan going into the beginning of spring, Dan, that we wanted to about halfway through be able to switch it and see where they feel the most comfortable at and who's producing the best at which position. So, we got through the first scrimmage. Now we'll take the next 6 practices and hold form here. Let Roy play left guard, let Chris play right tackle, and see how they execute. Let's find the perfect match.
Marlon had a big scrimmage. Really was big time. And he looked like he was starting out there today. Is that a reward? Is that a depth chart?
No, I think.
Could he literally hold it?
Yeah, I think the best player plays, and right now him and Josh are really battling. Both are playing well. I think it's a little bit of reward because he's playing a little bit more consistent right now. Both are going to have, Josh and Marlon are going to have to help us. I'm just overly impressed about how the kid's performing, especially at such a young age. I mean, he should be going to his high school prom right now, and he's out here performing like a veteran. So very, very good for our defense. That was a big hole to fill with Stevie being gone.
Is that a real challenge for you, that if a true freshman really beats out a senior and maybe Kenny comes back, is that difficult to address to the players who are older players?
No, I think at the end of the day, these guys understand what this field is, and the best player is going to play. You look over the last 7 years I've been here, I think there's 15 plus freshmen All-American, and that's what this place is. You can't look your team in the eye if you're not playing the best player, and whoever's producing the best and executing the best will be out there, whether that's a freshman or a senior.
Tyson was saying that you guys are trying to give Sam more responsibilities for calls in the line. What's the extent of what you want him to do there?
He basically can get us in the right play based on front, based on coverage. We basically can give him 2 plays and be able to get us in the right one, whether that's run to run, run to pass. He's also, as you can see, we've allowed him to start re-sliding protections. We started that late in the season, and now he's continuing that. He's doing a really nice job of seeing safety rotation in protection and be able to re-slide into the pressure. And that's what a kid that's been under center now for 9 games should start to be doing, and he's executing it well right now.
With Dom, was that off the field football related or off the field not football related?
I think it was off the field basketball related is what I was told. So it happens, I guess. But it's kids playing basketball and bump heads or bump the ground, one or the other.
Where does Chuma Goga stand to improve?
Say it one more time.
Oh, Chuma Goga, where does he stand to improve? Which way?
He really, has had the opportunity to play some ball over the last 2 years, have been right tackle and left tackle, and he's got the opportunity now to have the chance to be a consistent starter. And I think that word consistency is what steps into my mind. Both in, he's always been a talented player with flashes of brilliance. Now we need a consistent 80 plays out of him. Not 30, not 40, but 80, especially when you're at that left tackle position. And he's also, I think, his maturity has improved. He was a young man that made some, poor decisions on the field, as we know, and I've seen him mature over this last year and learn from some lessons that he had to learn early in the season last year. So proud of where he's at, and he's got a big role for us right now. He's that left tackle position saves your quarterback day in and day out. So the consistency, I hope, will be there.
I know you're the son of an offensive line coach. With left tackles and right tackles, are there certain traits that have to be there to play left tackle, or are those interchangeable?
Well, usually it's usually you have to be elite as in the passing game and pass protection, and I think that's one of the things that you see from Chuma is his athleticism just stands out. I think he's had added strength. You can see his weight already up already, and he's continuing to bring that athleticism with it. So you have to be a dynamic athlete. You have to be a smart person. You can't blow an assignment or your quarterback's going to be killed. So he's both of those, and he's really performing at a high level, and we just need that consistency from him day in and day out. All righty, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.